John Davis, absolutely one of the best.
John Davis True Crime.
John Davis True Crime.
John Davis doing what true crimers do.
John Davis True Crime.
John Davis.
John Davis True Crime.
Mr. John Davis.
John Davis True Crime.
John Davis True Crime.
This guy John Davis.
John Davis True Crime.
John Davis True Crime. Maybe that's where I've heard that name before.
John Davis True Crime.
John Davis, and it's good to see you, John. How are you?
John Davis True Crime.
John Davis True.
Hey, John Davis.
John Davis.
John Davis True Crime.
John Davis True Crime kicks butt.
Tune in and watch John Davis True Crime. You will love it. It's one of the best channels on YouTube. Tune in. It's John Davis True Crime.
I need to fade the music out. It's hard to stop after the boom, boom, because y'all. Good morning, everybody. Happy May 13th, 2024. TGIM. Thank God it's Monday. I'm glad to be back, frankly. Spent a lot of family time this weekend. Everything. 72 hours. Good morning, Gene Jackson, Messy Jessie, Lip Lock No More, Chicken Lady. Man, I tell you what, it's damned impossible to keep up. I admire some people. I see some people at chat, and they know everything about everything that's been said on YouTube for a 96-hour span. I can't keep up. I can't. I'm just now learning, apparently, we had somebody pretending to be a dog handler. Is that correct? Anybody let me know about that? Y'all heard about that? Y'all in the know on that? Now, I don't know many details. That is correct. Okay. And they was like doing interviews too, right? On J is for Justice. That's what I was thinking. I didn't want to put it out there. If it was wrong, shout out J is for Justice. Yeah, it looks like we got us a fake dog handler. I'll be damned. Ain't that wild? Wow. Such an odd thing to call on, ain't it? Yeah, I got me a dog, and he ain't so good at sniffing out sins. He tends to wipe his butt on the carpet, but I'm a dog handler, technically. Why would you want to be a fake dog handler? It seems like setting the bar pretty low for something I'm going to lie about. You know, but I'm going to go big. You know, people kept trying to tell Jay that the person was fake, and they kept deleting those comments and calling them haters. It wasn't. Now, I know. I remember there was one girl I seen on that she was crying. It wasn't that girl. So that ain't the fake, is it? Can't even handle my dog, LOL. It wasn't the girl because I seen something, and it was one of the dog handlers, and she was like, I do this for the good of, and was crying. It wasn't her, was it? Please tell me it wasn't her. Y'all know the one I'm talking about? Because there's one, and she was talking, she was upset. And I remember she was a dog handler. It wasn't that one, was it? Dying to know now. I gotta clear this up. I've been off for the weekend. The crying one was her. Was the fake. Yes, the fake is the crying girl. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. But when I heard that, I thought, God damn, that is the most emotional person I've ever seen in my life. She almost too much. And guess what? That's what it was. Wow. Wild, ain't it? She whipped up all that emotion to tell you some BS. All the unmedicated Fruit Loops come out to play when it becomes nationwide. Ain't that the damn truth, man? Just out of the woodworks. I'm glad we got that straightened up, though, about the dog counter, because I can't remember where I seen it now, and I was putting it together because I try to keep up. I try to watch as much as I can. Like if I'm going to walk somewhere, I'll try to make sure I'm listening to something. Whatever the case, if I'm going to spend some time to where I don't need to hear, I try to play something to try to keep up. But it's hard with the stuff like that because I try to watch a lot of the news. I know it's boring, but I do. I'm trying to like I don't try to watch the news. I try to hear from local law enforcement, that kind of thing. The people closest to the case. That's what I'm always interested in. That's why I like that one dude, is because he seems like he has a good relationship with police, and I like knowing actually what's going on more than what Chris Proudfoot's kindergarten teacher's neighbor's roommate had to say. My red flag with her was that she was stating facts about bloodhounds that I knew but acted like they were rare facts, but everyone else was acting like they didn't know that, so I let it go. Was she getting her facts correct, though? She probably had her Google article pulled up right there. Hey, tell me some stuff about bloodhounds. Sure, bloodhounds. Had that shit pulled up, smacked it on pause, and was just, hey, y'all know that 87%, suppose they ain't pull up Biden and read, period, as they were reading it. I haven't been watching much. I'm pretty discouraged with all of it and a lot of creators. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. It's a whole lot. I was watching trying to catch up some stuff the other day, and it's like now, man, it's just an all out. It's going to be interesting, and I feel bad for saying that because I feel like watching the situation between Seth Rogers, his mom, and the Proudfoots and the mediator and all this, I just smell something bad's getting ready to happen. I don't know how much like that can continue. It seems like the situation is developing poorly, especially for Sebastian. That's really horrible. Somebody put all that effort into lying about being a dog handler and searching and all that stuff. I'm wondering, so, okay, let me ask you this now. I believe I heard at one point that Chris Proudfoot had refused to let a searcher on his property. A dog, yeah, like he kicked somebody off, wouldn't let him on, something to that effect, told him to leave. That wasn't the same person, was it? tell me that can't all be the same person, is it? Y'all remember that story? I know I heard it. It wasn't that long ago about the searcher that Proudfoot had told they couldn't. I remember if he said he couldn't. They were searching. He said they couldn't. He told them to stop searching, or they went in a direction. He told them no. That ain't the one that turned out to be the fake, is it? Nah, that can't all three be the same person. You lip lock. I try not to. I'm on a new rant this morning, though. I've been brainstorming about the situation. You know, I've noticed a lot of people. Or it could just been I watched a weird combination of videos, but it seemed like a lot of videos. Really, the things they insinuate and the stuff they state try to steer you to that he's no longer with us, and I don't like that. That's been going on a lot, it seems like. And you show his picture. You know, it's an awesome. It's you see how it can work too. They actually found who that was, even though the sighting wasn't him. It showed how well the system worked after the tip was reported. They eventually found that person. You know. There's kids missing everywhere, man. He's one one of many. It's wild how you don't get as much representation for a lot. I tell you though, it's like between going missing and being found, it's really hard to keep up because there are so many that go missing that are found. I think the ones that stick out are the ones that go, a certain amount of time. Sebastian's case, I think at the beginning didn't have a lot of attention at the very beginning because I think everybody expected he was going to be found ASAP, and now here we are 2.5 months later, and he's still missing. That's the wildness about him. I'm guessing that's why the attention seems to build. There's been a couple I tried to catch, and it's like they got solved quick. A couple little girls. One, her mom's in jail now. I have to look that one up. Told y'all about her mom had reported her missing. Turned out she had been drinking and passed out and dropped her. She dropped her, then left her, and went and passed out in the shed. That's one of the most horrible things I've heard since we started talking about missing children. All I know is way too many kids are missing. Sad state of affairs that kids aren't safe. I think another thing that kind of draws probably attention to his case is it's such a head scratcher that he disappeared out in the middle of the suburbs overnight. I guess that kind of helps with it. Who knows what powers the algorithm to report on it, in my opinion, should have been a criminal investigation with history of CPS against the Proudfoots. That's what I'm saying. There needs to be some kind of regulation or something. Not regulation. I don't know. There needs to be some kind of system change to where when a child goes missing, boom, the second they're missing, it's a crime. Okay? Because if it ain't with the parent and the parent can't tell you where it's at, a crime's been committed. More than likely. And if it ain't, so what? You know, the parents get treated a little rougher, and in the end, it's not about how people are treated and all that. It's about finding the child. And I guarantee you, if you started treating I can't find my child case with, okay, then you're suspect because it's your child. You, as an adult, as its parent, it's kind of your job to know where it is. Especially when you're watch, especially when you're the one on duty. There should be some accountability to that. I think. I don't know. But I'm sure there's weird laws that make no sense. Why would it hurt to have one that some people might not think makes sense, but to me, if you look at statistics, I would, curve the law towards what we know is going on, And I think that's happened in both of these. I really do. I think the same thing kind of happened in Summers Wells' case. It wasn't taken serious quick enough, I've been trying to catch up on the what Grandma has to say, because I think I find a lot of Grandma's stuff interesting. Well, Seth's mom, I call her Grandma. She's the one I listen to a lot. I find her highly entertaining. I'm not entertaining, but I feel like she speaks how she feels at the moment. She seems to reel a lot of stuff back though. I was looking at a lot of hers the other day, and here's the one I found interesting. She said, "You can stop all your speculating. I did not tell my son because my grandson asked me not to. I was the only person that Sebastian felt like he could say anything to. If I'd ever broke his confidence, he would never have been able to speak to me again about everything and anything. He was protecting his dad. He did not want his dad to do anything that would harm himself or his career. Do I regret not telling him? You bet I do. But had I told him, Sebastian would have never trusted me again, so stop your speculation. I beat myself up enough. You don't need to beat me up too." Now what she's talking about there is, she says Sebastian told her something, and apparently it was pretty big, and she kept it as a secret. Now, to my knowledge, I haven't seen where she ever states exactly what it was. I think she beats around the bush on it about being something to do with Chris. Hospital. No, I haven't checked my email, Jen. I'm sorry. I'll check it this evening. Most grandmas usually have the best interest of the child, but then there's Grandis. I would drag Grandis into this, but
struggling over here.
Yeah, I'm struggling.
Yeah.
I need my coffee. I'm glad you're here. Now, did you hear about one of the people that claimed they was the dog handler looking for Sebastian was fake? Yeah. Apparently they was on Jay for Justice, and they said there was people in the comments that were saying stuff like this seems shady as heck, and they were getting booted out and stuff, and it turned out that she was.
So she is. It was fake?
One of them, yeah, the one that was crying. Did you see any of that?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't do much well. Watch YouTube much yesterday.
That's why I was telling them I'm way behind. I got it cleared up through Chad.
Somebody posing to be a searcher or had a search dog. Is that what you're saying?
Posing to be a dog handler and telling some kind of wild ass story about stuff. It was really wild. If it's true CP got Seth his job at the jail, then he could cause him to lose said job.
I heard that he got the job. He said, Chris said Seth didn't want to take it. And then he's like, no, I'm the one that got you the job. Remember that? Seth was going to chicken out and not do the job. And Chris talked to him. He's like, no, because I got you the job.
Was it that job?
I don't know. I think I heard that in an interview.
Yeah, I remember what you're saying. I just don't remember the details.
How did he get the job? Him the job? I wonder if he had connections. And that whole case is a mess, really.
I tell you, man, I'm looking back at and thinking, what if it was that Katie, for whatever reason, was that against Sebastian going to be with Seth?
Oh, you think maybe?
I mean, it's like it was big in an agreement, but you know,
who knows?
You've seen how they act toward each other now, which is they don't. You won't ever see them in the same area. There is something.
We don't know. I think there's something we're missing. I think. Is that what you're talking about? We're not getting the whole story.
Something's missing, I'm telling you. And I've been seeing a lot of this that they met when he was 22 and she was 14. I don't know.
That's creepy, though. That's the thing with that. The preacher and his wife, the one that, committed you, whatever. They said she was like in his youth group, like 14, and he's like 20s, late 20s, trying to date her and stuff. Weird.
Is that Micah Miller?
Yeah. Creepy.
I would be interested to know if that's true, the 22-14 thing.
That's creepy.
Yeah. It would tell me a lot about the situation if I knew that was true. I tell you though, any combination of that is creepy to me up to 18.
I know.
And it's still creepy at 18, to be honest.
My boys call me creepy because I had an older guy go prom with me, but he's like 21. But I guess it was at the time because I was 16, 17. Is that weird? I guess it is. A 16-year-old dating a 21-year-old. Is that weird?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that was weird.
Were you dating him?
I took him to prom. I took him to prom. Yeah. I don't know. He was way into me. He sent roses to school. I broke up with him, but
You gonna break that shit to me like live on air for the first
no,
time?
I've talked about this because the boys call that creepy. I'm like, what? Like when you're 16 years old, it doesn't feel creepy.
I swear you never told me you dated him. I just thought he was some weird dude that didn't have nothing better to do. You couldn't get a prom date or something.
No.
I didn't understand it, honestly. He's 21. That's kind of weird.
Is it?
You were 16?
Yeah.
Yes.
I like older guys.
I didn't say it was weird on your part. A lot of people like older men. I was weird on his part that he was down with it.
To get somebody the same level of me, maturity-wise, I had to date older men. So
yeah,
pretty much he was probably still too young the way he acted. I probably had to date a 40-year-old to match my.
Jesse, you stay out of it. Jesse said, "Don't judge her."
I can't believe.
I'm not judging her. I'm judging dude. I think dude's weird.
I can't believe my mom let me do that. I would never let Taylor do that.
Oh, hell to the no.
Maybe mom didn't know the full story because I left a lot out. And I'm way stricter. We're stricter than my parents. My parents were stricter on my older sister. But the time it got to me, they're like, they weren't that strict. Maybe they give up. I don't know.
You're a good girl. You didn't need strict parents.
That's true too. That's true. I was very good. Never got in trouble. I used that to my advantage.
Like I said, when I was 17, I was dating a 23-year-old guy.
See, at the time, it don't sound creepy. So I don't know.
Sounds creepy now, though. Sure does.
When I was 16, John was like 20. Let's see, 25. If we dated, isn't that creepy?
But we didn't, and
No,
I
we
didn't
didn't.
know you when
No.
you were 16.
True.
I didn't know you when you were jailbait.
Yeah. That's weird.
Let's make that really clear.
No, we didn't know each other. No. Not until I was 20 or so. Yeah, 19.
Whatever, you wasn't under 18. That's for damn sure.
I couldn't drink, but I was over 18. I was 19.
I'm thinking you were 20.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to guess.
Maybe. I think I was because I was pregnant and couldn't drink. So, yeah.
I'll give it a 3-year window to stay out of pervy. Anything within 3, but then when you get like so far over 18 and
yeah.
they're still under 18, it starts getting weird.
Yeah.
22 and 14 is ridiculous. 14
I
is
agree.
ridiculous.
You don't have a lot in common at that age either. Yeah, two places in life. So.
Oh man.
No, I would not want my daughter dating.
If Taylor was 14, she brought some 22-year-old dude up to my doorstep. I would Jackie Chan him right off into the yard. Then I'd sick my boys on him.
I'm already going to have to advocate for Taylor because I can tell he's going to treat her different than the boys. He lets Chase go to girl's house, right? And her come over here. Taylor, hell, no. That won't happen. No, that's not too fair.
Oh, really? You want
No. I tell him that's not fair. Just because she's a girl. So. She won't be able to.
She's not a girl. She's a princess, and she's my princess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Leave it, Johnny.
You ever hear about the princess going out the castle on a date? No. No.
Poor Taylor.
Mm-mm.
Poor Taylor.
Ain't happening. None of that bullshit going on. That's like my son, his girlfriend comes over here. Nope.
I think
I'm shocked by that.
Yeah, Taylor had a boyfriend. John Maker would come over here and he'd watch it probably.
Yeah, like a hawk. It'd be like as close as me and you are is how close me and old boy gonna be. I'm gonna be like this the whole time. So tell us about yourself, son.
Yeah.
What do you know about the Bible?
I don't read the Bible.
Yeah, and then I'm going to march him to the door. Well, go read it. Come back. We'll take a test.
Poor little Taylor. She's gonna have it hard.
Well, no older man has any business seeing a teenager.
Mm-mm.
No.
Now, after you're 18, that don't sound as bad, but gosh, before you're 18, that's creepy, okay?
Sounds illegal is what it sounds.
Mm-hmm.
We call that illegal. And if that's true, if they met or were dating when she was 14, he committed a crime. Guarantee you. She wasn't they weren't, not touching each other for 4 years.
Yeah. I didn't.
So if that's true, I'm just saying.
That's not good. It's creepy.
No, and it is. And I hate saying that because I know everybody likes the guy, but that's wild to me if that's true. That's why I keep adding that if that's true. I don't know that for 100%.
So
I just know a lot of people seem to be bringing it up.
Katie and who?
Seth.
Seth, that's what, okay. That is weird.
But to be fair, when I was 14, I was running after men I had no business running after.
No, at that age,
No, it's not your fault. It's the
weird.
adult's fault if they let you catch them.
Yeah. But I have the same for older guys. So.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't have been doing that, but you weren't old enough to make a smart decision. The guys you were chasing after are, and
very true. They're the ones that need to say no,
Yes. Can't normalize shit, and that's what,
They're wanting it, yeah. Hey, yeah, turn 17, 18, maybe 18. Talk to me then. So, as a guy, I wouldn't want to date somebody that young. That would look creepy on your part, I think. Hey, man, you got a woman? Yeah, I got a woman. She's 14. Not right.
It's amazing to me how Seth gets dogged and CP gets his butt licked by some creators, in my opinion.
Yeah. I don't look at either of them. So.
Yeah, I don't think I've been licking nobody's butt.
Yeah.
I just call it both ways.
I don't know if I like Seth's character, how he acts. Like he wants to put out there like he's such a good dad and stuff, but I don't know. I don't know how he acted. Can't really judge. We can go by what they say,
I don't like none of the parents in the situation as far as what we can see.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't.
Yeah.
I'm telling you though, if like today they're like, all right, John, here's how it's going to happen. You tell us what happened to Sebastian, or we're going to do something to you. I'd be like, okay, I'm going to have to say, I'm going to go with, had something to do with Katie.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how it looks now after he's been gone. Has Katie and Chris been apart much?
Yeah.
Have they spent a lot of time apart since Sebastian's been gone?
I don't know. They say they're...
Not that I know of. Seems like to me they're all holed up in a camper together the majority of the time.
See, I don't know because it's only him on the interviews for some reason. I don't know why she's out there talking, But I guess they're together. She just don't talk. So I don't know. I think that's weird too. She never comes on.
The last person to see him's always the biggest suspect to me.
Yeah, because that's what makes the most sense.
And exactly.
And it might be simple as that, She did something happen.
I tell you, I've started to wonder too if he ever even made it home. They said there's the footage on the trash can, but how can you tell that ain't Katie? If the shit's so bad that you can't see him at any other point in the night, how can you identify him in that one video that nobody's seen outside of Seth and, you know?
It probably wouldn't hold up in court, I'm sure. You know, if that was a piece of evidence, if they can't make it out.
Because I keep thinking, what if there was a handoff? Maybe that's why Katie ain't so upset, because he's not gone. She knows she sent him with somebody. My only thing with that is, though, how does she finance something like that?
Why would she send him off?
Because she don't want him to go with Seth. She don't want him to be with Seth. The stuff in the affidavit about all that was actually true. Who knows?
Yeah.
Or maybe in her mind, maybe, you know, mental health plays a role in a lot of the stuff. Who knows? You know, maybe in her mind he was a threat, and that was it. I don't know, man. You got anything better? I can't tell you. I don't know. It makes no sense that it wasn't her, and she slept through it.
Chris could have came and kidnapped him, and she don't even know. You never have. What? He could have. Maybe he's fooling us all.
God, it's never here when I need it.
What if Chris came in the night and kidnapped him and Kate him? He didn't like it.
I'm going to tell Taylor the next time
What are
she
you looking
takes
for?
my bullshit button.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to flip out.
Why? You don't like that? What I said? You don't like us? Why?
There is exactly 0.00% chance that Chris is on this and Katie don't know about it.
Yeah, well, she might know, but I think Chris really didn't like Sebastian. So I don't know.
I concur with that.
Yeah. But you think she had something to do with it?
I think Chris hadn't been home in 3 weeks, and now they stay together all the time.
That's weird, yeah. It might be simple as something happened, and I think maybe he is in the landfill. That would be the perfect cover-up, because trash day was that day. But I think they would notice the trash can so heavy. Yeah.
See, the thing about that is, though, it was 10 days
when they searched.
Yeah. I still think they'd have found him if he would have been in. I just wish they'd tell us why they searched.
Because there's a reason. Probably the rumor going around that it was trash day that day, maybe. Just to make sure. You think?
I don't know. I thought maybe they thought he might have got it in one of the dumpsters and fell asleep or something.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't believe.
I would think he was sleepwalking before I believe Chris come in there like a ninja and stole him. It was planned. You know, I won't totally crap on nothing. It could have been planned. The one biggest clue that it was planned is we don't know what happened. Accidents are hard to cover up, but we still don't even know how hard this is being investigated, to be honest. I'd love to know what the forensics actually did.
At least there'd be some kind of evidence or something. I guess, I don't know. They probably didn't treat it as an investigation, you know? Who knows if they went in there and dusted prints and stuff. You think they did?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I've never seen no evidence collection bags being brought out of there, and I've seen them from Ben Hill and every other house that there was an investigation.
That's the issue. Like, they don't do it until it's too late, and of course, then don't find anything. You know?
Yeah.
Why do they do that? They need to change that. I don't know who that was. that messes up a lot of cases. They should, any child that disappears, they should treat it like a investigation, I think, from the very beginning.
Yeah, I think so too. Hold on. Let's see. Here, check this out. I found it. I have good reason to believe that the Bowerfoots are behind this latest fake dog handler hoax. They wanted to lump Julia into this, but guess what? They can't, because Julia is legit and has receipts to prove it. We stand by Julia, Gator, and Ara, and we are confident they will do their best to try to find #Sebastian Rogers. Nice try, Chris. Where's Sebastian? P.S. Stephanie, you have just opened yourself up to some karma. Yikes.
So they're saying Chris is behind it.
They're saying, is that what they're saying?
I don't know.
I have reason to believe that the Bowerfoots.
Who's the Bowerfoots?
That's the Bowerfoots.
Is his. Who's that? Who are they referring to? See?
Well, somebody on Team Chris, Team Katie, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It's weird. Chris has been playing games like he has on YouTube, though.
I don't know about that, though. That seems like it'd be weird. They would get somebody to pretend to be a dog handler.
Yeah. Why would that make any sense? What? Maybe to get inside information.
Seems like an odd plan, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee is number 8 on the list of states ranked in order for most missing children.
Mm-hmm.
What's West Virginia, Jesse?
Tennessee's high.
Tennessee's 8. Well, it makes sense, though. A lot of that seems to be population. California is the biggest, Texas second. Well, not the biggest, but, for population, California, Texas, Florida, Alaska, New York. Tennessee is 8.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, boys just don't disappear that, much like a grown man. It's just crazy.
God, though, 8, Jesse, that seems kind of high. Huh?
What?
Yeah. I'd like to know what it is in population. West Virginia's towards the bottom of the list. We keep up with them around here, don't we?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much.
But see, all those states, though, man, they all lump in custody battles of missing cases, too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what really screws your stats up, in my opinion.
Parent custody and stuff.
I'd like to see a stat for like what state has the most abductions by non-parent.
Mm-hmm.
That would tell you
a lot more
about where well, it's everywhere though. Don't kid yourself and think you live anywhere that it ain't a problem. It's just there's more of it where there's more people.
Yeah, but yeah, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
They got people working online too to talk to kids and try to get them to, I don't know, do whatever. Recruit.
I tell you, like, I was thinking today what age I think I'd feel safe letting my daughter walk from the bus stop home. And I don't know that I'd ever feel safe.
He'll be going to getting her out, bus it.
I think I will, man, because I don't trust people. Yeah. I really don't. And I absolutely.
We've been told we're overprotective, but we probably are.
I'm more overprotective of her though, because I know that women are more likely to be victims of something.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep. Yeah, because I've heard many stories, girls getting off the bus, and that's when they get taken. So.
I live where they let Brandon Shirtliff run loose, the suspect in Michael Vaughn's case.
Mm. That whole thing was weird too. That case, hopefully, it'll be solved. You know.
Yeah, it's that.
They have to have some sort of idea. Just they didn't find the evidence they needed. Is what I'm thinking. You think?
It's amazing that little Michael is still missing. Let me get me a coffee. Ain't it?
Yeah. The way I think they thought something was going to be in that backyard, I think they moved it. Like, if he was back there, they moved him. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know what they were trying to find. I thought they would figure it out, digging up the whole backyard.
Yeah.
I think they're just waiting on maybe, or trying to find some better evidence against them to take them to trial. Maybe they don't have enough right now.
I'm super concerned.
I know, because it's been a while.
Super concerned because I feel like they know what happened and don't have the evidence to prove it.
That's what I feel too.
And I hate to say that. I hate to say it, but I am super concerned about that right now. And I just say that because it seemed like this was a wrap.
Yeah.
At one point. I hope Fruitland didn't overplay their hand.
I hope not.
How long ago was it that they come out and said that?
A year, 2 years.
I don't know.
It's been a while. I feel bad for his parents going through all that. You know, at that point, she probably lost hope, you know. Brandy. That has to be hard.
That's who I feel bad for is Brandy, because like I know she felt like justice was upcoming and she had answers and stuff, and it seems like,
which that might still be the case, but we just, you know, don't know the story. But if you think they had enough evidence, they would be in jail or be getting prosecuted, you know.
the evidence is with the prosecutor's office in Idaho.
I know that whole group of people weird.
I tell you, you'll never convince me she wasn't trying to frame up his missing poster in that TikTok.
Yeah, it was weird.
Did that TikTok with Michael's missing picture on the fridge.
Yeah. I wonder if they were going off of what the interview she gave, or where they got the information. If she talked, Sarah, or see, I don't know. I think one of them talked, though. That's how they got some information.
Wow, Liplock says New Mexico. 822 kidnappings and abductions in 2021. The top of the list regarding kidnappings and abductions per 100,000 people.
That makes sense, though. There's a lot of, like, immigrants and probably kids, you know, be more of a victim than other places. I don't know.
Kidnappings and abductions. 822. God, that's a lot.
Yeah, that probably haven't been found. There's a lot of kids that go missing. We just don't realize it because it's not in the news, you know.
Well, there's a lot that go missing.
They're never reported.
There's not a ton that stay missing. But they're adding up, man.
Yeah, they are.
Chris's mom is remarried. Her husband's last name is Bowersock.
Oh, okay.
Chris's mom's last name is Bowersock. They were calling him Bowerfoot. Is that like, are they trying to be funny?
Maybe they got it wrong. How do you like the spokesperson? He's okay. You like him?
I don't have an issue with the guy. I mean, as far as spokespersons go, I guess he's fine. You know, he was lit the other day though about him.
You know what Chris did? I'm not. He listed a few different things he did.
He said YouTubers have at him.
Yep. He's trying to help him too, but not now.
He said we had permission
To do whatever.
to go after the pulpits.
Yeah, the way he was acting. He said he was making fun of Sebastian. Making jokes, acting like somebody else on a phone call or something, right? I should listen to that.
He put it all out there, man.
Just crazy stuff.
Apparently that's not going to work out.
He reminded me of Don Wells, his personality.
Who?
Chris. Not to the level of Don, but similarities. You know, he likes the men on YouTube.
There was something he did. Oh, the fake calls.
Yeah.
I was like, there's another thing that they do that the Wells are known to do. It's getting creepy, all the similarities. You know, Proudfoot would be talking to us from the toilet next, like Don used to. Remember D-Dub on the toilet?
Yeah.
We'll see Proudfoot. He'll be on there.
I hope not. Please don't do that.
Let me click here. Hold on.
And it's
something up for y'all. Make it crystal clear.
Yeah. And it's him out there, not the wife that was there. Same with Candace. You know?
Exactly. Telling the story of what happened when they weren't there. You know?
I think he knows if Katie talks, she can't get her story straight or come up with the right answer, you know? That's why he does all the talking. My opinion. She wouldn't know how to handle the questions. So.
I don't know. I know there's no, I don't want to say I know anybody did something because I don't. But something in me just makes me think it's got to be one of two ways. Either it was pre-planned and it was Chris's idea, or it was an accident
and
cover up. But I don't feel like he would. I feel like if she called him, was like, oh my God, I accidentally blah blah Sebastian, he'd be like, well, you need to turn yourself in.
Oh, you don't make shit.
I'm not gonna get into this. I mean, the man's been divorced 4 or 5 times. Would he really stand his ground with her?
Maybe.
I don't see the loyalty in somebody that's been married that many times. I don't feel like that person is going to take on a murder rap with you.
Yeah. True.
So that brings me back to he must be in on it, maybe. It was planned. Doesn't make sense. I can't find the motive for the life of me on why they would do that.
Yeah. The motive is a hard one.
A lot of people will be like, cause Sebastian was going to testify in the trial and this and that. And I'm just like, does it look better that he's not there to testify?
True.
Not to me. I would, and you know, I don't know. John Davis True Crime. Maybe this time it really truly is real love for Chris. Maybe it is.
Maybe. That's maybe what it is.
5th time's a charm. Right?
Yep. He found the one. He found the one.
This is a head scratcher. And we're at the 13th. So we are about 2.5 months. And it is a head scratcher.
My opinion, if he ran away, they found him by now. People still think that's a possibility. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think he ran away. My opinion. You think he ran away?
I just can't. The reason I don't now is he hasn't been found. Yeah. It's just over this amount of time, and you got people searching everywhere, double searching, and I'm hoping they're being smart and searching in good places where he could possibly have been. I'm sure they are. I feel like if he would have voluntarily walked off, we would have found him.
Yeah, I agree.
And I gotta say, the every day he's gone, the worse it is for him, because if he did manage to run into somebody that ain't done something bad to him and he's still alive and they're hiding him out, what are they doing? It's really strange to take in a 15-year-old and keep it to yourself,
Yeah. That's the only thing. Like, if he did run away, maybe he ran across the wrong person, but I don't know. I don't think that's how it went down, but you never know.
I wish we would have some really good, like, a piece of evidence pop out. There's nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, old Proudfoot can call into the YouTube channels and raise hell and all that till the cows come home. That's not getting him found. Is it?
Nope. And I still can't believe they don't have no camera footage. All these houses.
But yet they have footage of the trash.
Yeah. They would have footage of him leaving, you'd think, if he ran. Somebody would, you would think, in that area. Unless he avoided everything.
If they got a camera of somebody taking the trash out, that camera would have had damn sure somebody coming or going.
Yep.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So if that camera if they don't have nobody coming or going, that means there's only one other way he could have left that house.
Right.
In Katie's car. And she went to search.
Yeah. Where did she go search? Not very far.
That's just my theory, man, because I just don't think kids freaking disappear thin air. And
a kid that's going to run away, they're going to take their stuff and take supplies and stuff, you think.
Kid that's going to run away is going to take shoes.
Yeah. Stuff that he took nothing but a flashlight. We don't even know if that's true.
Yeah.
What are you going to say?
I think it's weird they can't specify which shirt. I could have figured that out. If I only had one son.
Yeah. I could have too, probably.
Not that it really matters, at this point. Dark shirt with some heavy metal band logo on it, dark pants, right? I don't know, man. It's all fishy to me. I just don't see a payoff for Chris in this when Sebastian was leaving anyway.
Yeah. Weird.
Katie's the last person that's seen him. Whose situation do you think has improved since he went missing?
Katie probably because she don't take care
Gets to
of
be
him.
around Chris. Doesn't have, I don't know.
Yeah, because the motive is weak. Any way you look at it,
I see no motive to it. Is the reason I'm stumped. I would, a lot of people think they got it wrapped up. They know what's up. It's clear in their head. I wish I had that good of an idea. I don't, man. I tell you, I can't put 2-3 things together that makes sense.
Yeah, none of it makes
Anytime I think, Chris is involved, I'm like, the boy was leaving. Was he scared he was going to? The only thing that makes a little bit of sense to me is something happened. They were scared he was going to tell.
Yeah.
If he got around his dad long enough, he would tell something. That's the only thing I can think of. And
yeah, pretty much.
As far as for them, because any other thing, oh, well, they didn't want him there because, their marriage, or Katie didn't want to watch him. Okay, a couple more months, he'd have been gone, clear and scot-free. Could you not wait a few months?
Yeah, really. Don't make sense.
That cover Chris is going off. He's going off because bringing out Katie's mom background is re-victimizing Katie as she was the victim of her own mother and she was young. That's what Katie. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
See, I never brought that up because I never personally checked it out.
Her background.
Yeah.
Moms.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah. They're saying that her mom was a
oh yeah.
Gotcha. A bad person.
That's weird. For a woman.
Not for a school teacher.
Oh yeah. Nowadays you see a lot of female school teachers in trouble.
Y'all notice that? There's been a lot of that me and Brandy have seen. Every time we turn around, we see another one.
Female teachers mess with students.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's like they love the attention or something. I don't know why they do it. It's weird. And you don't get in trouble. These teenage boys can't keep their mouths shut. They're going to brag to their friends, right? Been talking to the teacher. We went on a date.
Yeah, ain't nobody not going to tell their buddy about that.
Yeah. Why would you do that? Really?
That's how me and my buddies were too. We were dogs. If somebody would have been with the teacher, we'd all known about it in great detail.
They would brag, yeah. So I don't know why they think they can get away with it, Like, it's weird.
Yeah.
Weird. That's never gonna work.
See, though, but that's why I think they sometimes victimize kids with disabilities and stuff, is because they don't think they'll tell.
Yeah. Yeah. That might have been going on with Sebastian. We don't know what was going on,
Who knows what was going on? We know what has happened, and it's horrible. We know what Chris admits to.
Maybe something went too far, and they couldn't risk Sebastian telling somebody. It might have been discipline. We don't know what it was. So.
More stuff's going down yet today. Seth got a lawyer to get CPS records and going on panels today to show them.
I know they keep on talking about these papers.
What?
I wonder what papers. I guess they're talking about the CPS papers.
Wow. If he does that, man, that's going to be wild.
Oh, Chris fired up.
Oh, dude. Is that right? If he does that, man, that's going to shoot.
Oh, that's crazy. I'll be listening, see what comes out. What are supposed to be in the CPS papers? Just that one time that Chris spanked him, or he called it a spank. I don't know what it was.
We had a 20-year-old substitute get busted with a 17-year-old. When did 20-year-olds begin substitute teaching? We always had the fussy old lady.
Yeah, it's weird. 4 years of college, and I don't know, unless she was a student teacher or graduated early. wouldn't risk my job. You know, why would you risk your job?
Yep, Chris will snap again. Seth stirs the effing pot, and that ain't right.
Yep.
I tell you, man, if he actually goes through with that,
I'm gonna get pissed.
I'm not saying it's. I don't know. I wouldn't handle it personally that way. It just don't seem like it'd be good for the case and.
Like he's just trying to cause problems. How is that helping the case any? You know, I don't get that. Like, how's that helping? How's it helping Crispin on YouTube? It's not helping. It's just making things more confusion. I don't know, confused. Everybody confused now.
See, I don't think. I don't know, man. You know, if there's CPS records against Sebastian, I don't know. Would Sebastian want that shit out there?
Yeah, really. None of that needs to
I would agree with none of that on either side. I think they both would be screwing up.
The only reason he needs to be on YouTube or news just to advocate, get people to help find him. You know, that's all. Not sitting there spread a bunch of information, private information. But hey, if that's what you want to do, whatever. I think he's trying to paint a bad picture for Chris, which he already does that for himself. So, you know.
Well, he needs to get he needs to. I just don't. I don't know. I think that's crazy to put CPS records out on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. I think they're in a battle between them two. You know?
I don't think it's really necessary either. I mean, I think everybody knows who Katie and Chris is.
Mm-hmm. What kind of people they are.
What kind of people they are.
So they say you know, the first minute that you talk to somebody, you kind of feel that person out, you know, how you feel about them. Probably less than that. Don't you? How long does it take you to, I don't know, put a label on somebody's personality?
Think about this, though. If Chris was doing that, what would the reaction be?
Seth?
If Chris was putting out the CPS records like Seth's going to do, what would people say about Chris?
Oh, they'd be pissed. Why is he doing that?
Oh, they'd lose their minds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying I don't think it's right for anybody to do.
Yeah,
I disagree with it. I wouldn't, and I disagree with a ton of it on both sides. I think both of them do just the dumbest of shit. I think all CP's little stunts on YouTube is just crazy. Idiotic.
Why? Why spend your time doing that?
Wild. And then to go on, act like a dick, and then when people hate you more, wonder why.
Come on. Yeah.
Really? You bring it every bit that comes his way, he's brought on himself. But Seth, I don't agree with Seth. Two things. When he put out what had happened to Sebastian, I don't think that should have been shared with the public at all. I'll never agree with that.
Yeah.
I think he's snarky considering all the attention this case gets. He should be damn glad people are still talking and searching for his son.
Yep.
He should be super happy about that. I think all the parents are screwing it up. I think anything that they're doing now is just making it worse. It's not helping.
They're just trying to get people to pick sides, you know? Pretty much.
To me, it seems like a popularity contest.
Mm-hmm. It is. That's
because, you know, they can release all. I don't know. I don't know. I would love to see Sebastian found, but to be honest, I don't know. Where he ends up would be great for him.
All right.
I don't think he should have shared that with the public either. Other than that, it's hard to judge him for me. Yeah. It's got to be horrible what he's going through.
Yeah.
I can't believe though is Tony still with him, and that Tony would even be down for that.
Yeah.
Surely Tony ain't gone rogue now where he's going to be like fighting a social media battle on YouTube with Seth about the Proudfoots. I mean, what's going on with that? I get he said that, you know, he can't work with him. People can say what they want about him and all that. But is he going to endorse like now new attacks? Is he going to be in it for that?
I thought he was just a spectator.
Tony announced it. Yeah. So Tony's in on it too.
Yeah. Tony got mad at Chris, I guess.
Wow.
Really? As a spectator.
This has turned into the shit show of the century.
Yep.
Guys, I'll be back 9 a.m. sharp. Brandy, hopefully, join us.
Yeah.
And we'll let y'all know what goes on. Me and Brandy's going to watch that.
Yeah.
And we'll report tomorrow, 9 a.m. See you there. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And if you ain't subscribed, subscribing's free.
Yeah, do it.
Go ahead and subscribe. Y'all have a great day. See you at 9 a.m.
Bye. See ya.